Hello and welcome to the Farmer's Kitchen. Nikki's been working on her Spanish moss garden in the background here in Kentucky.
I have.
You did a good job.
Thank you so much. It looks good,
Got
huh?
you. I didn't think that could grow in Kentucky. Actually, where are we, Nikki?
We are in Florida. Yay.
We're in Florida. We've been on the lake today, and my hope was to get enough critters to come back and make us some fisherman's stew. What else is it called? Bouillabaisse. Now, this is not an exact dish. We're not in the south of France. We're not going to act like we're in Marseille, but we're going to use pretty much the same ingredients. Now, when Raoul, here's a picture of Raoul cooking for me, the French chef that I got to study with and watch.
Yeah.
One of the first things he did when I brought him a fish one time, I really didn't understand what he was doing. He was taking all the parts and pieces that I was going to throw away, and he made a fish stock out of them. Then I noticed he took tomatoes and white wine, and looking back on that, I realized that he made a bouillabaisse. Now, a lot of people might pronounce this differently, but usually in the French, if there's two S's, it's not the Z sound, it's the hard S sound. So
Okay.
you might hear some people say bouillabaisse or bouillabaisse, or I think the proper pronunciation is bouillabaisse. We're sticking to that.
Bouillabaisse.
We're just
Got
gonna
it.
do
Got
it.
it.
Can't
Okay.
stop us, we're out of control. So we come back from fishing today. We've caught bluegill, we've caught catfish, which we already ate. We had that
Right.
for dinner. It was really good.
Delicious.
And I'm walking out on the dock, and our buddy Rabbit says, there's gonna be tilapia out here. Guess who swam by?
You were happy.
I said, get my boat.
Tilapia, big tilapia.
And on this lake, they're blue tilapia, and they can get up to like 6, 8, 9 pounds. They're
Right.
huge. So I shot me a tilapia.
I'm always amazed, even though I know you can do it, when you shoot one shot, boom, you got it.
Well, that's
Very
what you
good.
gotta do. So we got our tilapia. Our friends got some crabs right off the dock, some local blue crabs. We got some mussels, we got some clams.
Scallops.
Scallops. We got
Shrimp.
scallops?
And shrimp.
And shrimp.
Yes.
Oh, we're gonna make something great. Nick, if you'll just cut me that onion up. For soups, I like, we call them fingernail size pieces. Look at your little fingernail, and that's about the size I like for soup. We're gonna saute our onions, celery. We might even put a few carrots in there. So in this recipe, we're gonna put some fennel. We got some fennel bulb right here. And we're gonna let all that get nice and sauteed for about 3 or 4 minutes until they get nice and brown. We're gonna take at least 4 cloves of garlic. We're gonna cook some of the sugar out of these onions and carrots, and we're not gonna get them done, but you're starting to see a little brown around the edges. And it's close enough to where we wanna be. After we get our vegetables sauteed, we're gonna deglaze with at least a half a cup of white wine, and we're gonna take some sort of anise flavored liqueur, and there's a lot of those on the market. We're using a pasty, and we're gonna take that and probably use at least 2 tablespoons of that. Now we're gonna let that reduce a little bit. And in a minute, when that sun pops behind the hill, we're gonna change angles. And if you look behind us, there's a beautiful lake. Beautiful, wonderful lake, and we're gonna switch directions and shoot that way because the sun will be down in a moment. After we get all our vegetables sauteed, then we're gonna come back with our tomatoes. And we're gonna take, I don't know, that's probably about 14 ounces, like the size of a can. Those are diced tomatoes. We're gonna add some bay leaves, some orange zest in there. Then we're gonna take a little bit of saffron. Now saffron are parts of a
Smells
flower.
good.
Doesn't it smell wonderful? It's very expensive,
Yes.
but you've gotta have that taste.
Because I spilled a little and you picked it up. You said don't spill it.
So that's $1 worth. We're gonna add some peppercorns. We're gonna come back and we're gonna take our stock and we're gonna strain all the solid parts out of that from the crab and the fish rib cage that we cut out of that tilapia.
That you shot.
That we shot. Perfect for fish stock. Now, if you wanna buy some clam juice, it's getting kind of expensive, I've
Yeah, it
noticed here lately. But if you wanna buy some clam juice, you can find fish stock some places. That'll work perfectly. If you're gonna boil it down like we did, you wanna strain the top off, get kind of the not so attractive stuff off the top.
Yucky stuff.
Then you'll strain the solids out, and that you're left with that nice stocky stuff. If you want to put a little bouillon in there, you can. If you want to put a little salt and pepper in there, you can to get that going. And I'm going to take my strained fish stock and pour that in. Now I'm going to bring this to a boil, and I'm going to reduce that about half. I'm going to put a little salt in there, and I'm going to take some fresh thyme. I'm just going to go ahead and pop that in there. Put a little tomato paste in there. That's probably about a tablespoon. Now I'm gonna put the top on. I'm gonna heat this up and reduce it to half. All right, we've got our fish that I just shot
Good job.
just a little while ago.
What a piece of fish.
And then nice
That
piece
is
of
really
fish.
nice.
Let's take that and let's just cut some pieces off. Now always cut out that big, in the South they call it the mud vein. People call it the darker meat. You always want to cut that out, cut around that because that's always strong. Striper or anything else. So we're gonna take these pieces of meat and we're gonna take these and we're gonna cut up into little cubes. So we're gonna put our fish and our scallops and our shrimp in first. Now when we put the clams and the mussels in, generally 4 to 5 minutes, you start to see them open up.
Yeah.
It's time to stop. If they don't open up, toss them over your shoulder.
Okay.
Don't need them. All right, let's start with the fish. Let's drop that in. All right, we're gonna put our fish in first. And our scallops. And our shrimp. Again, the clams and the mussels will go last. I'm gonna cook this for about, I don't know, 8 minutes or so. Get that good and hot until your shrimp is nice and pink, curling up on the end. Now, I don't have any fresh parsley, so I'm just gonna put in a little bit of dried. Oh, it's gonna be good. All right, we dropped our clams, we dropped our mussels. They're already starting to open. Nikki, what do you think?
That looks amazing.
Now, what am I gonna
excited.
do in the end? I'm gonna finish with a little bit of butter.
Always.
And why are you doing that?
Because it's delish.
Because that's the way, I like it. Nobody can stop me.
That's right.
I'm out of control. So we're gonna cover that just for a few minutes. You ready to see, Ms. Farmer?
I am. I'm excited. Oh, wow. Wow. Yum.
Okay. I'm gonna scoop you up.
A little bit of everything?
A little bit of everything.
That looks good.
I know you like scallops,
I do.
and I know you like mussels,
I do.
and I know you like clams. Look right here. Big scallop.
Wow. This is all my favorite stuff. Oh, wow. Your sauce. You did
Did
good.
you try the broth?
It's very good.
Take another big scoop of the broth. Hey, you know what?
Wow.
I was talking to Rabbit over here. He says, I can't believe you took a 12-inch pan and just put charcoal on it and cooked a restaurant-grade food on here.
Better than restaurant, he said.
He said better than restaurant.
He did.
The thing is, that's fire. The heat on the top of your stove may be gas, it may be an electric range, but what it has is heat. It doesn't matter what your heat source is. If you've got the right heat, the right temperature, you can cook anything, anywhere. Look what we've got here.
I'm gonna eat some more of these. This was fun.
But bouillabaisse, first time you've had it,
It is. It's delicious.
how would you describe it?
It's not, I don't know how to describe it. It's like,
If you go to a restaurant and your favorite mussel dish that you get, usually they have some sort of garlic, they have butter, they have parsley, and they'll have a French liqueur with an anise flavor in
the
there.
anise is what makes it so good. That's what I taste.
That's what you're tasting in there.
I like
you
that.
love your mussel dishes.
Yes, that's good.
Does that not taste exactly? You got your garlic. And we
Oh,
topped
wow.
it off with just a little bit of butter. You kidding me?
That's delicious.
Oh, there's a shrimp. I gotta get a shrimp.
And it makes all the seafood taste delicious in that juice.
You've got your tomato base with a white wine. You can also put just a little bit of basil in there if you want to put some dry basil in there or fresh basil. I like that.
That's good.
To me, it's got just that rich
That's what I was gonna say. It's got a rich flavor.
seafood flavor
Yes.
with your tomato base, your white wine. You taste your liqueur in there
It's so good.
and the garlic, and it's just beautiful. The only way you can explain it is just you got to try it.
Yeah, that's delicious. Absolutely delicious.
All right, Ms. Farmer, you
Oh,
good?
Enjoy.
You like it?
I'm enjoying this.